Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my December Plan a Daily Days 26 prompt, which is favorite gifts. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. And what I wanted to do was just document my favorite gifts that I got at Christmas. And I decided that I wanted to make it very Christmassy, so I went with the green, red, and white theme. I had that paper from one of my paper packs, and I just hole punched it after I cut it out. And then I'm actually pulled out my die cutter. I'm so proud of myself. I hardly ever use die cuts, but I thought, I want to have an arrow on my die cutter, so I decided to pull out these die cuts that I had. And I believe those die cuts are actually supposed to be houses, but if you turn them a certain way, they look like an arrow. So I'm just going ahead and go through and cut out a bunch of those arrows so that I could use them in my page. So I only show you the one, but I do a couple of them. I'm using the Dollar Tree glittery paper for that, so that's what I used to cut those out. Now I found those letters also at the Dollar Tree, and they were like the poster letters. And so what I'm basically going to do is just spell out here favorite gifts. And then you'll see that I have a 2x2 pocket page sitting there. And what I thought I would do would be to put a picture of each of the gifts in those pocket pages. Since this is kind of a two spread, when you're laying it out, it's right there, that pocket page will be right next to this page. So I'm going to go ahead and put a photo of each of them in the pockets, and then I'm also going to be doing a little journaling, so I'll say who it's from and what I like about it in the next row. And you'll see or actually it's the next column, I should say. So you'll see here when I start the process and what I do. All right, so I'm just trying to figure out the configuration of the word gifts, because I definitely wanted to use those letters, and because it matched the red glitter paper really good. All right, so you can see there I wrote the word favorite. I didn't feel like it was showing up well enough on that pattern paper, so I just took another one of the green. It's just a strip that I had of the green glitter paper, and I am going to go ahead and put that down there. And then I decided I was just going to put little numbers on the arrows. And then and those ones are from Mambi. I bought those in a kit. So I'm just placing them on the little arrows. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the little arrows all glued down. All right, so let's go ahead and work on the favorite. I'm going to actually turn this into a little banner. These are actually chipboard letters that I got Target Dollar Spot a little while back. I think they came, I think it was actually in December of last year that I got these letters. So I'm just cutting up this little strip just to fit onto that paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. I use glue stick glue just to get it in here down, because the adhesive on it wasn't strong enough to stick on that glitter paper. And then I'm going to get the word gifts down. And these were a little bit hard to work with because they're really super thin, but I really like how it turned out. So, and all right. The other thing too, once you got it stuck down, it was not coming back up. So they're pretty strong. All right, and then I'm just going to turn this into a little banner by cutting off the little flags on each side. And then I realized after having this paper forever that it's actually sticky backed. If you pull off the white paper, it's actually sticky on the back. So, and I've used this several times. I did not know that. So, that was kind of convenient to just be able to get that stuck on there. And you could see it kind of having to glue them back on because it didn't really work very well. That those little letters were really hard to get glued onto that glitter paper. All right, so of course I have to put some washi on the page because, you know, what's a page without washi? So I just grabbed a couple strips of the red and then put down this Christmas tree washi. And then I just trimmed that up. And I'm going to go ahead and work on after I stop fiddling with that washi, I'm going to work on the pocket pages. I put that the number 26 on there. All right, so I'm actually going to be cutting that pocket page because I only need the first two. And I like doing this because I feel like it creates some interaction when you're flipping through the planner to have different kind of shapes and things in there. So I definitely wanted to make sure I had a space to journal about each of the gifts. So what I'm actually going to do is take the glitter paper and I'm going to just cut up the 2x2 squares, and then I'm going to put that black and white label on the squares to kind of journal on. So, and then when I do the other side, which is day 27 side, I think day 27 is pet care because I wanted to document my cat. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with all those little pockets because I don't think I want to take 4 pictures of my cat, but I don't know, maybe I will. So we will see what happens. I haven't thought about that yet. All right, so there's the labels I wanted to use, and so I'm just going to go ahead and get those adhered over onto the glitter paper. Again, I had to glue some of these for some reason. Those labels are not, those are from the Dollar Tree, so they're not like real strong adhesive, but a little glue stick and they worked just fine. And I like this idea of being able to document just a little bit of each present and like who gave it to me and what was my reaction and things like that. So I'm excited to document what my favorite gifts were. It's kind of one of those things that you seem to forget about when you are, you know, several years later, you're like, I don't even remember what I got last year for Christmas. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and put it in my planner. And I do, after the video, I do glue that onto that planner page. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in there and then put that other pocket in there. And then I'll just put in my photos on that day and journal about it. And I'm really excited. I like how it turned out. So there you go, guys. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.